Oh, there's a door open. Despite what you've heard, prostitution in South Korea is still prevalent today. I'm down the red light district right now in the heart of Seoul. And I mean, it's midday right now and you can see all the curtains are closed, well, almost all of them. And there's a whole street full of these windowed rooms, what do you call them, like little greenhouses where you can see what's going on. Obviously all the curtains are closed, but it's just crazy to see that this thing exists in the heart of Seoul and it's just gone unnoticed, I guess. It's wild because this isn't the only red light district in the city either. I think there's a few more. I'm not sure where they are. This is the only one I really know of. But like I said, right in the heart of the city. And it's strange, and I'm not sure why nobody's done anything about it either. It just kind of goes under the radar with the authorities. There must be a reason for it. If anybody does know the reason, please let me know. Maybe the authorities benefit from it in some way. Maybe they feel sorry for the sex workers that work here. It's a shame, and it really is a shame to the reasons to bring somebody to sell their own body. You know, look, there's one open there. You can see the chairs where they sit. I would absolutely love to come down here at night, but being the notorious reputation of this district, walking around with a camera, holding it up like this, what's up guys, it's not a good look, you know. Plus, would I really want the identities of some of the workers here on camera, on YouTube? Not really. I'm sure they wouldn't appreciate it. And the circumstances that they're in, I wouldn't. I mean, if I was in their circumstances, would I want my face plastered on the internet? Obviously not. Now, the area that I'm in right now is called Yeongdeungpo. And Yeongdeungpo has one of the highest murder rates in the whole of Seoul. I'm not sure about Korea, but definitely in the whole city, it's one of the most violent-ridden places. I mean, compared to the West, I guess it's still pretty low, but it's quite surprising to hear that coming from Seoul, coming from South Korea. And it doesn't really feel much different, if I'm honest. I feel pretty safe. It seems like the type of place which gets a lot more interesting on an evening. When the sun goes down, that's when the real, I don't want to say fun, but the real antics start to prevail. So funny because there's the red light district right there, and then right next to it is this big ass building called Times Square, which I'm guessing is a mall. Now, I've lived in South Korea almost 2 years now, and I've never had any trouble at all. I've never felt unsafe in this city, in this country as a whole, since I've been here. It's one of the safest countries in Asia, in the world. But like I said, or like I may have mentioned, it doesn't mean that crime doesn't exist here. It certainly does, but it's kind of in the form of petty crime like vandalism and theft. You wouldn't expect something like prostitution and the notorious reputation of having the mafia that runs this area. Whether that's a present thing or something that occurred back in the day, it's pretty well known that this district is known for the mafia running things. So this is the end of the red light district, and it looks popping over here. Look at that street opposite. There's some narrow back alleyways over there, so I think I'll head through some of those. Yep, just a bunch of shady motels. I'm pretty sure these are love motels. And I know love motels sound really sketchy, but they're honestly not. I accidentally booked one. Accidentally, I promise. But I accidentally booked one once, and when I got there, it was one of the nicest hotels that I've ever been to. It had a round bed, it had like 2 PCs, 2 chairs, 2 TVs, so you can have like a date with your partner in the room. It was weird, it was strange. It was good though. I wouldn't shy away from them if the price is right for you. Don't think you know love motel, then yeah, it's not what you think. Just book it, try it for yourself. There is something I haven't came across yet, but it's actually something really common in South Korea. And everywhere you go, even in the main fancy districts, you will see these flyers on the floor. They'll just be jotted around, people just throw them when they're marketing when they're giving them out. And they're escort flyers, they're just prostitution there in your face. And it's kind of like, call this number for a prostitute, for an escort, I guess. And that's pretty wild to see, especially in places like Gangnam and really wealthy places, you know. It's something you wouldn't expect. I've just spotted a place, little Korean snack place. I've been there before. And I think they sell kimbap, and I love kimbap. Here it is, and it's open. Yes! The perfect spot. Right, let's get a dish. Right, food's here. It's always hard ordering in these places because they're usually run by elderly women. That's why I call them the grandma kitchens. And obviously nobody speaks good English or good enough for me to order food. And when your Korean sucks like mine, it's pretty hard. But what I do, I usually take a picture like this of the menu and I just circle the items that I want when I've translated it on whatever translator of your choice, and that works really well if you don't speak Korean. But I got basic food, I got ramen or ramyeon for you Koreans, and I got just a basic tuna gimbap, which is what I was craving. Basic stuff, but it's like my Korean comfort food. And if you've seen any of my other Korean food videos, you'll see it comes with side of usually radish and kimchi too. This kimchi looks hella spicy, so I don't know how much I'll be able to eat of that. But yeah, it's just my comfort food, nothing fancy. It's good stuff. That's a bit hot. I love the tail end of these little gimbaps too. Look at that. Absolute art. Oh, when you come to Korea, or if you're in Korea, try and eat at these local hole-in-the-wall places, the grandma kitchens. The food's more delicious than the actual restaurants. It's much cheaper. The atmosphere is just more authentic in general. You won't see many Westerners in these places. And it's not as hard as you think to order food if you don't speak the language. But yeah, it's just delicious. It's delicious. Oh, I never noticed as well. There's a grandma's. I call this place Grandma's. I think it's called Yokchon, I think. But it's like a Korean bar pocha where they sell really cheap, delicious street food. But it's also got these whopping beers too. Whenever I go on a night out or I go just for a casual beer, I'll always go to Grandma's. It's not called Grandma's, it's just what I call it. Now I do gotta walk down the red light district again to get home. Oh, there's a door open. I guess that's where they sit. It would have been kind of cool to see all the lights lit up. It's a shame, but it's okay. It's pretty cool just looking around when things are quieter, you know? It definitely has a seedy feel to it, but I don't know. Like I've mentioned, the back streets of these places, the alleyways, don't feel much different than the rest of Seoul. Like I don't feel like I'm in danger. Yes, I've had some funny looks from people because I'm holding a camera down the street. But apart from that, pretty, I don't know, not too different. Overall, I think it was pretty cool seeing the shady side of Seoul, especially when it's like right in the center of the city. It was pretty cool to see, I'm not gonna lie. I hope it was pretty interesting for you too. It was quite eye-opening for me. I'm guessing it was eye-opening for you to know this place existed if you didn't know already. Right, I'll see you in the next one, guys.